of progress, but a lot of bickering in the ongoing government shutdown. A meeting between the president and Democratic congressional leaders today went about as well as you'd expect from people who publicly insult each other on a regular basis.
Meanwhile, payday will come and go tomorrow for 800,000 federal workers without any actual pay.
After President Trump's Oval Office address to the nation Tuesday night about border security and the wall, the rift between the White House and Democrats grew even wider.
We have a better idea of how to keep our country safe, and it isn't a wall.
Mr. Trump and Democratic leaders met at the White House, but talks quickly broke down.
He sort of slammed the table, and when Leader Pelosi said she didn't agree with the wall, he just walked out.
The president then turned to the speaker and politely asked her, "Okay, Nancy, if we open the government up in 30 days, could we have border security?" She raised her hand and said, "No, not at all."
After the meeting, the president tweeted that it was, quote, "a total waste of time. I said bye-bye."
He is going to stand firm to achieve his priorities, to build a wall.
The president is scheduled to visit the southern border in Texas on Thursday as the shutdown heads into day 20.
We have more people coming up. You have caravans. Nobody ever heard of a caravan.
Over on Capitol Hill, White House senior advisor Jared Kushner huddled with GOP senators, hoping to break the impasse.
I'm somewhat hopeful that maybe there's a way to get what the president wants in a fashion that would do the least amount of damage to the country as possible.
The bill is passed.
House Democrats, with the support of 8 House Republicans, passed legislation that would reopen the Treasury Department and IRS without funding for the border wall. But the bill is unlikely to pass the Senate.
Members of Congress are still getting their paychecks. A few are choosing not to accept the money. We've contacted the offices of our representatives and senators to see what they're doing, and we hope to have answers for you by tomorrow.